You need to do a podcast, Baron. You like talking about cars, Baron. You like beer and all that stuff, Baron. Do a podcast. Okay, well, this will be the first episode of Gears and Beers with Baron on the Baron Grove. Everybody knows me as LB. Everybody know me from the car scene here in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. Well, the ones that know, we'll just say that.
That's right.
Well, my first guest I have is my friend Anthony Mattocks here. Been around in the car game for a while. Purpose of this podcast is not really to get into. Everybody know me about, I got Mustangs. I'm all about Mustangs. I'm not trying to get into a bunch of Mustang talk, but this man has owned probably 10 Mustangs, so he's been in the Mustang game for a while. So we're gonna touch on that. But anyway, here we go. First ever Beers and Gears. I guess we're gonna toast to that.
Sir.
I'm not gonna give away what kind of beer we drinking because I ain't sponsored by nobody. I'm not trying to give no free shout outs to these beer companies, so until they pay me.
Exactly.
Yep. So we're just gonna be talking, touching on some broad topics. Car talk, beer talk, just kicking it in the garage. So I don't know. We just talk some things back and forth. First of all, we'll talk about, I guess your history with cars, what kind of cars you used to have. What's your favorite car? Let's just go from now. And then we'll talk about what car you have now.
Okay. Well, my favorite car growing up, it's easy to say, it's a Mustang because I grew up with Mustangs. But my favorite car growing up was, Porsches, and as a kid, I didn't like the rear engine Porsches. To me, it wasn't a real car.
Yeah.
Of course, as you grow older, you appreciate.
Wait, you didn't like the rear engine Porsche?
No, I love the front engine ones. So it was a 928 and
but it's real backwards because everybody like the rear engine 911s,
right? Yeah.
So you was a 944 fan.
944,
928s.
And there was one more, but mine was a 944. That was my favorite growing up as a kid. And then, right. But my mother, she had a '69 Mustang, and my dad had it was red with the peanut butter, leather interior.
Okay.
And then my dad had a 71, 1971 Malibu SS.
Nice.
Gold with the black leather interior, black leather top, full leather top with the dish wheels covers. Yeah. So like I said, my favorite was as a kid was Porsche. It was a Porsche and the front engine Porsches.
Cool.
Now I can't get enough of that GT3 RS.
Okay, so
as far as Porsches are concerned,
okay, there's a rear engine now. You don't know,
right? I know that.
Right. The only front engine Porsche they got, you got the SUVs, you got the Panameras,
right,
and all that.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
But because you grow up and you mature, and then you look a lot. You realize the the heritage,
Mm-hmm.
and and then of course they don't have the sound, but the sound is what it is because it's a 6-cylinder, so it has its own unique sound, and you don't really go in for the sound, but you do,
right?
Because that's what it is,
right.
But yeah,
but you got it into Mustangs. So what was your first Mustang?
My first Mustang that I personally owned was a 2000 V6. What do they call those?
The New Edge.
The New Edge, yeah.
Yeah, it's New Edge.
Yeah, that was my first Mustang. I said I owned, the typical cars growing up. In my car life, I had a Mazda 626. I had to work on that myself too. That was my first foray into not really mob occasions, but work on my car myself.
Yeah.
certain things, and I had a Ford Taurus after that.
We're gonna skip that. It wasn't a show in that, right?
It wasn't a show, but I wanted it to be.
You're supposed to say it really, man.
Right.
And then I had,
I know, but they gotta
let the 6% slide.
They gotta go following, you know. The Taurus has to go following.
I get it.
Especially the show, you know.
Yeah, the show, but we talking about like the little. Anyway, so.
But yeah, so then I decided at that point, I guess the Taurus put me over. Said I want to go rear end. I want to go rear drive.
Okay.
And I don't want. It was a V6, which was okay because the Monster was a.
It was a starter Stang, a little
Stang, 4-door.
Yeah.
You know, like a Probe. Well, I guess you shouldn't say that either. You know, but they got a good following too.
Yeah.
But
oh, you had a Probe.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
But
hey, but I didn't even go into that story. For those who don't know, Ford's Pros were supposed to be the Mustangs before the SN95s. Well, the 94, 95 Mustangs came out. They just, you know, I might throw around some jargons like some of the non-car people might not know, like SN95s, New X, but it's different model years, model types.
But they were all Fox bodies.
Okay, so now you're throwing another term that somebody may not know. But Fox bodies is the ones that the Vanilla Ice Mustangs. That, you know, that's what we got. So So,
but that's what pushed me toward the Mustang because I wanted a rear engine car, and I didn't want to go less than the V6. You know, at that point, you know.
Right.
And then you know, I got into the scene. Cause it was a silver Mustang, you know. So then that club approached me, and then as I was, you know, in the scene a little bit, Stable Mates, you know, approached me. So that's why I've been ever since.
Well, Stable Mates, for those who know, shout out my club, Stable Mates, our club. We're, you know, Stable Mates. That's another story for another episode. So that's my other family. So,
but that's my you know, my timeline, I guess.
Okay, cool. Like I say, I ain't want to dig off into the Mustang, but talk. So we're gonna brand, but we're gonna talk about some Mustangs. So because my man here is a Mustang fanatic, so we kind of gonna go there a little bit. So don't tune out just yet. So, but you know, so you had the V6. Remember the V6?
Yeah.
And then you went to the, I guess the one S197. Well,
the 05
to 08 body style.
Yeah. Which is the
retro. Right, with the retro look.
Yep.
In my opinion, that is the best retro looking. You have one right here. The best retro looking Mustang.
Yes.
I mean, I think they really nailed that look.
Yeah.
The 69 look, the 68 Mustang look. I think Ford just kind of went out and did that.
Yeah.
You know, there's some companies that came after that, of course. You know, Mopar, the Chrysler guys, the Dodge guys, they went out
and they
bought that Charger.
And they held on for it. They held on the longest with it.
They did. They did. Very successful lineage.
Yeah.
Man, rest in peace to the Hemis and the Hellcats.
Yeah, Hemi and the Hellcats. The original OG muscles.
The original OG muscles.
Yeah.
OG muscles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was bad. We gonna talk when we get older. We're like being already old, but when we get a little bit older, we when they talk to our kids, like I remember those muscle car days, you know.
Yeah.
We gonna be talking about those takeovers in the you know, which everybody hate the takeovers at the intersections.
Yeah.
But
and on the highways.
Right. And all that. But back in our days, that was that they did their thing.
Can you think about muscle cars back in the day? Excuse me, what was it, the 70s? Late 70s, early 70s, late 60s. Muscle cars, what were they running? it's rarely to see a muscle car back then 400 horsepower, right? There's a couple, just
Right.
one or two, but mostly
It's baseline now.
Yeah, and but there were muscle cars back then. They had the sound like that. So now we talk muscle cars again, and we took them out, like you said, baseline 400 horse. Out the door,
Out the door.
Out the door, you can get a GT 500, 700 horses.
700 horses.
You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like a, you know, we're talking again, like you said, you know, our parents talking about the muscle cars back in the day. Now we're going to be talking about muscle cars when we get older.
Right.
They're in the 2000s.
That's true. That's true.
You say we, you know, I mean, I mean, you can get a regular Honda Civic now, the 300 horsepower.
That's right.
350 horsepower.
That's right. These old cars.
Yeah, man.
I remember Civic SIs. It was bike kit, you know. A little faster.
150 horse.
It's facts. It was a stick. It was NA car, you know, not normally aspirated.
Yeah.
But now it's beast mode. But going back, I know we kind of had a little tangent. We started talking about the 197s with the old school. And then I guess you moved into like more, you had a 197, then you went to, did you go out? I think you went straight to the S550s?
Yes, S550, yes. When they came out with that, I saw that.
15 and up.
Yeah, 15 and up. When I saw that, I was like, I don't know if I like it, you know.
Yeah.
The front end is okay, I don't know if I like the rear.
Right.
Then I went into the dealership to check, you know, to get my oil change, whatever. And then I looked outside that, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that thing is nice.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And I went there to like I said, get the oil changed. I saw it, and then I fell in love with it pretty much instantly. And then within a week or two after that, I ended up buying one. You know, and that was my my first excuse me, my gift to myself. And that's another story. On that there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was, you know, I had to jump in there. I was like, man. And I mean, the refinement, the power you got back then, it was, you know, it was 410 at the crank, I think. And which is just a little bit less, you know, at the wheel, but you can make a difference. Of course, you got to get it in the manual. So I got it in the manual. And it was that race red, you know. It was a base model, but still had a lot of creature comforts in it. And so I mean, I switched it up to, you know, to my identity or whatever. And then, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. So, you know, that was the S197, the S550. A little bit sleeker, and you're starting to get into the European style a little bit. Like you were saying, there was some love-hate going on
At first,
a lot of you hate them cars. I remember a lot of people, oh, it's too European, and there's still some haters out there. But you can't. You start throwing it. Yeah.
You can't beat the what you get for the money.
Right.
A 400 horsepower V8 car that's manual that can keep up or surpass anything European. You know, in order to get the same thing in a Mercedes or a BMW, you got to spend 100.
Yeah.
You know.
Well. Yeah.
If you want a V8, you want a manual, you got to spend 100.
You about right, man. Because you ain't finna get no manual. Dodge, Scat Pack. No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. For under 100K in a way, you know? But yeah, that's true. Well, for the Camaro fans out there now, you do have the Camaros out there.
Well, I'm just saying, American muscle. I'm including everything. I'm including.
Yeah, Camaro.
I'm including all American muscle.
Right.
So anything, you know, Dodge, Camaro, Ford, Chevrolet, Dodge. Okay. For the money, ain't will beat anything else European.
Y'all hear that, guys? I mean, hey,
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. You know, I mean, you know, because you can, like you said, you can do a couple mods here or there, They tune easily.
I can see the comments just flying up right now.
Yeah, I mean,
but I don't know. Yeah,
that's why everybody was buying them.
I don't know nothing about cars.
That's yeah, right.
I'm just here. I'm just showing you a little podcast.
But that's why everybody was buying them. You know, everybody was buying the Camaros, the Dodges, the Mustangs, because you know you starting out.
Why you hating on Camaros though, man?
I'm not hating on Camaros.
There you go. You said that. We're worried about
Camaros.
I ain't never heard you talk about a Camaro, but we'll talk about that too. Yeah.
Well, if I talk about Camaro,
we gonna talk 80s Camaros. I like those body styles. Actually,
yeah, with the I like the split bumper.
I mean, I know they were slow. People gonna say, "Oh, they were slow." I get it, but I guess because you know I grew up through the 80s and all that, so. The 80s Camaros, to me, was like the IROC Z28s.
Yes, when that first came out, I was a kid. That came out in mid 80s, no, or early 80s, I think, because it came out in the Motor Trend magazine cover, the IROC Z, because it was going to be that body style, and there was a NASCAR.
Right.
Yes. I was like, I read a whole article.
Yeah,
I was in elementary school when that came out.
Yeah, now that was a bad car. I mean,
yeah, it was
honestly,
a bad car.
Because back then, you know, honestly, I mean, you talk about early teens, or, you know, pre-teens, or whatever.
Yeah,
I didn't care about horsepower. I mean, just refer to screw. I do a fast car when I saw one. Exactly. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I thought I do a fast Fieros. I was like, yeah, that's a Fiero.
It looked fast and it's fast, right?
Ooh, it's a Fiero with a Chevette with a body. Anyway,
right. Idiot in the back, but yeah, you know.
Right. I mean, who knew? DeLoreans was fast back then. And I know
that's right. I mean, we thought they were. But.
Right, we do. So, but at the same time, like I was saying, you know, those are cool looking cars. To me, those was cool. It had the little body of T-tops, it had space in it.
Yeah.
You know, and I know I'm gonna get hated on by my Mustang fan, my peoples out there, but I really wanted that. You know, I do fast ones out there. I think Vanilla Ice for me made Mustangs cool.
Yeah.
They made it was like, oh yeah, all right, cool. But that's what I like right there.
Yeah.
You know?
And what's the movie?
Men's Society.
Yeah.
But you know, I became I was a teenager. I was like in high school then when they came out. So I was like, Mustangs got to get 5.0. You know, got to have 5.0. Got to have any Camaro songs.
Right.
Yeah, no Camaros in the movie.
They did, but they were before we were born.
Right. Well, Knight Rider was out, so you know they go back. You know, I was following the movie trends. Hell, I wanted to challenge when Deuce House was out. I wanted a Daytona. You know,
that's right.
A charge of Daytona. I mean, I wanted one. So, it was like whatever was fast on TV.
That's right.
You know, so but yeah. Back to your fleet. So you had got the S550, but then
the 15.
That was 15, but then
18 came out.
Then 18 came out.
Yeah, with the new refreshed front end and rear end, and I'm like, let me just talk to the salesman for a minute. I rolled out with that so quick, you know.
Yeah.
And because I got a excellent deal on my mind, and then you know I was like, man, and I got it the way I wanted it.
Right.
Black on black. EP.1 package, which is the performance package, and so that's the performance package without the wheels and the aerodynamics.
Right.
You know. Right. So, but I made mine look like that. You know. Once I got it. And then it was 2021 because that was 18.
That was 18.
So 2021 came the Mach 1. Mach 1 came out. And because they had before the Mach 1, they had the Bullet, right?
Right. Yeah. Bullet came back out.
Yeah, the Bullet came back out. And then and then I was like, okay, that's cool. You know, I get the Bullet. It's not much different than what I already got, so that's cool. Right. But it came with a Mach 1. That's like
you had to get it.
I always wanted a Mach 1. Even as a kid, I saw that Mach 1. You know, even though the Mach 1 back then in the 70s. if you look at it now, it looks crazy because from 70 to 73 had a funny looking Mustang. Not the Mach Mustang 2, not the Mustang 2. But
it was that I don't know what to do type body style. Yeah, I want to make it. I want to make it modern for the time.
Right. I want to be a fastback. I want to be a hatchback, but the trunk only open that much.
Right. It was like the little trunk was like the trunk there was I remember that car. Well, now growing up, there was a few floating around.
But then, there was a Mach 1 back then, so I was like, okay, get my, back to the heritage stuff like that. So then, of course, all dealers knew that everybody want the Mach 1, right? So they're gonna raise up the price. That's when the dealership started raising up the prices on the MSRP, and they wanted 20,000 over. I'm like, come on, really?
Yeah.
So I let it go. So then, just a year ago, I saw this Mach. Well, I saw this Mach when it first came out. It was a dealership. It was sitting there with roped around it, and the guy, told me that crazy.
I'll try to throw some pictures up somewhere in the video, so when we talking about it, you'll see some photos.
Yeah, and then so you know how they do. They say we ordered just for you, all that kind of stuff. Say not for 20 over. No, so they sat there. Somebody bought it. Somebody bought it because I'm the second owner of this.
Okay.
So I was at the dealership doing oil change and had some drivability problems for my 18. That's another story. And so I looked at that, and this was sitting in the front. The guy, one of my salesman called me and said, "Hey, we got something for you to look at."
Yeah.
Because I've been telling everybody I want a Mach 1. I want the performance package, and I want a manual because that's the only way they come. If you get the high performance package, it only comes in manual. And I wanted black. Couldn't find one anywhere. Besides that one, couldn't find anything else anywhere. So then I was at the dealership, walked up. This was parked in front. I looked at the van. It's like that's the same exact car. I'm like, what?
It was meant to be.
He came back around.
It's just meant to be.
Yeah.
So now you had it.
Yeah. So
that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So out of all of them, I guess this will be the one your favorite, or is that one that you like? Man, I missed that car.
No. This is it. This is it, and I'm keeping this, forever. It's gonna be here before, it's gonna be here after I go. But it's just between the 15 and 18, it was a lot of refinement. You could tell the difference. Right. And it was the car was more in those 3 years. The car was more refined, and from that to the Mach 1, because the Mach 1 has a Tremec transmission. When I test drove it, that transmission sold me. It sold me because it's much different than the MT82. It's much better. And that so you got that little snick thing going on. And so and it's more refined, kind of all that good stuff. Right. Because it has magnetic suspension and all that stuff. Okay. Because it being the high performance pack.
Right. Yeah. Well, let's touch on that. Let's touch on. So, you probably know this. Hell, everybody knows that Mustangs have gotten away from being an all-out, just street muscle car. My opinion, I think the Hellcats and Mopar kind of took over that title.
The muscle-looking car, but the performance is, it's another story.
Okay, so
muscle-looking. All day, every day, Dodge got that.
All day,
every day.
I think they got a performance too, though.
They do, but these cars being lighter, each and every time
off the road into a tree,
and then they can dip. Well,
yeah. Okay, we're gonna talk about that.
Or into a crowd,
right? Into a crowd, but
you'll never see Dodgers in the crowd. Never ever sold.
Wait, whoa. There's some couple of some comp videos out there.
Yeah.
Some compilation videos out there.
Yeah.
I've seen those.
Yeah.
Everybody got a comp video.
Oh yeah.
Camaros, you got
the Corvettes too.
Vipers. Yeah, Corvettes. They getting terrible now too, man. But I think you can handle a vet better than you can a Mustang. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna be for real. I own one, I own two. Mm-hmm. But I know firsthand that the I've driven the vet, I've driven a Viper. The top, not the top dog one,
okay.
They had to sport the track pack on it and all that.
Okay.
And they could get it sketch. You notice the newer one, the last body style that came out.
Yeah.
It was that body style.
Because the Viper doesn't have any nannies in it. It's all natural, right?
It's all natural. It's
Except
sitting on the tires. It's the back tires are here.
Yeah.
You got a long nose. Mm-hmm. It's a show car.
Right.
To me, it's all for show.
But they can handle on the track, though, man. No matter which one you get, they can handle.
You probably it's about the driver.
Yeah.
I know. I get it. It's about the driver too. Because I see some S197s that guys drift the heck out of them. Actually, we have one in our club that drifts. Mm-hmm. So,
but I mean, you got to understand too. Mustangs they came from the track.
Yeah,
they came. Not the early ones. Once Shelby got to it, and then it could perform well on the track ever since he got his hands on it. Mm-hmm. So each one after that, ran on the track. Even though I had the solid racks, but still.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but what I was getting at was that Mustangs have crossed over, I think, into the sports car realm. Yeah. But they're actually holding quite well in that realm. It's not like they're they're just, hodgepodge trying to make it into that. I mean, they're actually holding damn well. They've actually gotten better with their track worthiness, let's say that.
Right.
Case in point, the GTD Mustang that just came out. Well, I think they started it back with the not the Mach one. It was the
Boss.
The Boss 302. The Laguna Seca models. When that's when they started going. They had a solid rear axle,
but it can handle.
But it handled a little bit better than the rest of the solid rear axle cars. And then when they came out with the I think they was experimenting because they came out with the S550 chassis. It had a lot of the things that the Laguna Seca off the rip. It had it in
everything but the
GT
rear axle.
Right, it went to independent rear, which they should have done with the S197.
Yeah.
But
because they did it with the Cobra.
They did it with the Cobra, but guys was tearing them up at the track. They were tearing them up at the drag strip.
Right, because they wanted, they wanted to go straight.
Yeah, they wanted to go straight, and as soon as they come off that line, they bust that pumping. But you're right. They with the Laguna Seca, then they went to the S550s. Mm-hmm. But I think, let's talk about the GTD. 300K, what they saying?
Million? 3 million?
No, 300,000. What
300,000?
What they running now?
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
MSRP, you talking about the Ford GTs now.
Yeah. I'm talking about, I'm skipping ahead. But 300,000? Mm-hmm. Over quarter million.
Something crazy.
But it's like I said, they're calling out Porsche, Ferrari, McLaren, they're calling them out. And they did good at the track.
They had a good run at Le Mans last week, right?
Yeah, 24 hours, yes.
Yeah, they came in
third place.
Third place.
Yeah.
They had three GTDs running. Mm-hmm. They had a did not finish. They had a DNF. They had crash out.
Yep.
And they had a third place.
Third place, yes.
And a sixth or something.
I think it was sixth place, yeah.
Or something.
The number 77 one.
Right.
Yeah, I think it did sixth place.
And you talking about this car was running against a bunch of other GT well-known GT cars.
Oh yeah, Ferrari, Porsche, McLaren.
Right.
You know, what is it? Aston Martin.
Right. Right.
You know.
So I think it's holding quite well. Actually, damn good. Let me just say that because, in my opinion, the way I look at it, I think the muscle car has had its time, and I think with Mustangs we already had, during the 2000s and stuff, it had a resurgence with the Hellcats, with the Chrysler, probably Dodge cars and the Hellcats and all that stuff, muscle car thing. But I think it kind of ushered in a new generation of, back in the 05, it ushered in a new generation of muscle cars. Now, we're not talking Corvette. That's a whole other, that's a sports car. I've always been a sports car man.
Yeah.
But I think that,
That's true, yeah.
I think that Mustangs in the 2000s, it became a little, especially during the 2000s, the Cobra came out, it held pretty good. But when 2005 came along, it resurged, it reimagined what a Mustang muscle car, it brought back the feelings of the 60s.
Yes.
Just brute force, just nothing but balls out muscle car.
Right.
And no care in the world. We don't care about handling. What's a curve? We don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
what's a curve? Slow down.
What's a curve? We don't know. Brakes. Oh, yeah, that part. So and then it's like it spawned off. It made everybody wake up. It made all other.
It did. It woke everybody up. That's right. That's right.
Wake up. Camaros.
Yeah.
And Mopars and let's just give it to the Mopar guys. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a playbook right in front of them.
That's right.
Anyway.
That's right. That's right. Because you think about it, like you said, it woke everybody up. Dodge the most because Dodge kept it retro all the way still until now. Even the new Dodge electric car looks like the old Daytona Dukes of Hazzard. Car. You know, and
that's a controversial topic right now. I don't want to lose subscribers before I get them. So we're gonna leave that on the shelf for another episode. But
I'm just creating content, future content.
Hey, we don't need that.
But yeah. Ford woke up the other two, and Chevy, they tried to be retro, but they didn't really do it as well.
I think that was like the 08, 09, whatever that came back out. I think 08, 09.
Yeah.
I still think that body style is the best out of that actual look that came out back then.
Yeah, they came back out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the best retro.
Personally, the first time Chevy stopped the Camaro, that body style. Which was, I can't remember what year that was.
Oh, you're talking about what they call
the catfish.
The catfish Camaro?
Yeah.
Some people dig it. I'm not saying I don't, because I almost got one. But I get it.
But I like that. And then when they came out with when Ford forced them to come back out again. They tried, they put a good effort, as far as they did some heritage stuff on it, but nobody did better than Dodge and Ford, when they come back,
Right.
Yeah. Right. Nobody did it better than Dodge and kept it longer than Dodge.
Yeah.
But like you said, they've gone, the sports car look, but they're making it the Mustang at least, a world car now. You get it right hand, left hand, whatever you want to do. And then, you could tune it to be a muscle car. You could tune it to be a drag racer, because they got even though the lesser ones will break the half shafts, they still break the half shafts. So you just put one in for the GT500. You got a bigger stronger half shaft. Now you can do drag racing. Now you got a muscle car again,
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. All right, left field topic. Cybertruck. Yeah, and nay.
I like it for everybody else. I wouldn't get it. I wouldn't get one.
You don't get one?
I wouldn't get one. But like I said, my first time seeing one was in a group. It was on a transporter. There was like 8 of them going up north somewhere. You know, I was like, wow, a whole trailer full of Cybertrucks. Like, gee. First
You didn't see none. You didn't see a truckload.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. Me, I'm into technology, so I like the technology. I couldn't deal without the crazy angles and stuff like that. To me, that's more of a show, proof of concept. To me, you know, because nobody's gonna be building their trucks like that ever, except for Tesla. You know, just to put something out. But cause I mean, if you're looking at electric trucks, you know, you got the Lightning, you know, Ford, you got the
Rivian.
Yeah.
You have Chevy got the
Chevy has
Silverado.
That looks like an Avalanche.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then who else has electric? Well, you got the Hummer. I saw those for the first time. Man, that thing is nice.
It's nice.
It's real nice.
It's nice.
But it better be for over 100,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it was, you know, yeah.
So, I mean, you know, I kind of understand. I kind of agree with you on that. I just, I think I won't. I ain't gonna say. I'm not gonna say I won't want a Cybertruck.
Right.
I won't be mad if I had one.
Yeah.
I won't be mad.
Yeah.
Because I know everybody hate it.
You're right.
I think I just want it because everybody hate it.
Yeah, that's true.
I just want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't know
right.
what it is.
That's right.
I want to be that guy.
Cause see, that's that inner Mustang person. The inner Mustang.
Probably.
That's what it is.
That's probably what
because people say, "Oh, you're on a Mustang. You know, you're not gonna. You're an adult now. But you're doing a Mustang." I'm like, what?
And then I have I have my Kanye boots on.
Yeah.
And a bubble jacket.
There you go. In the summertime.
In the summertime.
Who cares?
Who cares?
That's right. No, you know.
Who cares?
Yeah. If somebody give me one, I wouldn't refuse it. That's true.
I won't. That's the only reason why I drive it, because everybody hate it. Yep. But yeah, I think that wraps up this episode, man. We're just gonna, you know, vibe out, like and subscribe. I have it somewhere on the screen.
Another toast to the first one.
Another toast to the first one in the books.
Yes, sir.
First episode of Beers and Gears with Baron. Peace.